Starting January the 1st, 2026, a new batch of laws and regulations came into effect in China. Among these, the new regulations concerning drone management have caused considerable uproar on the internet, as the new rules have practically rendered household photography drones in China completely useless. In recent years, China has been increasingly strict in its management of drones, designating no-fly zones in some sensitive areas. However, in areas not designated as no-fly zones, people could still freely use drones for photography. But after the new regulations came into effect, even in areas not designated as no-fly zones, users must apply for permission regarding altitude and time slot before takeoff. According to tests conducted by netizens in various regions, the application and approval process can take anywhere from a few hours to several days. This is a disaster for many travel enthusiasts. As is well known, travelers carry drones to record beautiful scenery whenever and wherever they encounter it. They allocate some time for filming, but it's unlikely they can set aside several hours just to wait for an approval result. The itineraries are already planned. Even worse, receiving permission several days later is completely impractical, as many travelers would have already left the area by then. Furthermore, beautiful scenery cannot be foreseen in advance, except for some well-known online attractions where applications can be made in advance. Spontaneous encounters with scenic spots during travel will almost certainly have to be abandoned. Even if approval is granted, the flight time and altitude may be completely inadequate. According to netizens' feedback, some applications only received permission for 10 minutes at an altitude of 30 meters. 30 meters is only about the height of a 10-story building, and 10 minutes, excluding takeoff and landing time, leaves very little time for filming. So, what about flying without permission or illegal flying? Previously, many people choose to fly illegally because, according to local regulations, the maximum fine was less than $30. Many consider this amount as a de facto flight permit fee. However, starting January the 1st, detention has been added as a penalty. For many, a $30 fine is not a deterrent, but detention is a serious problem. For working professionals, this could easily lead to job loss. In addition, the new regulations require real name registration for drone sales, activation, and flight. Many people have received calls from the police requesting drone registration. Many believe this constitutes a presumption of guilt. Currently, there is a surge in the sale of used drones, and some older models are gaining popularity precisely because they lack mandatory registration and tracking capabilities.